This data series has been received from the client in an international date sequence, not a US date sequence, as the date is day, month, and then year. First, we will look at the left, right, and mid functions in order to isolate the date, month, and year from column C. We can extract the appropriate characters and place them in a new column so that we can format the date in the way that we would prefer. The data extracted will either be from the left, middle, or right, depending which function we use. Let's look at the left function first. So we click on cell D2, which is in the left column. In the ribbon, we select Formulas, Text Function, and Left. We now need to tell Excel where we would like to get the data that it must separate. And that's the data in cell C2. And the number of characters that we would like Excel to isolate is 2 because that is the date. We click OK. For the mid function, we click inside the mid column. We go to Formulas in the ribbon, Text, and Mid. We tell Excel where we would find the text that we would like to separate. Again, C2. For the mid function, because it's starting in the middle of the characters, we need to tell Excel from which character we would like it to separate out. And that's from the third character, and we would like it to separate out 2 characters, which is the month. And the right function. Again, Formulas, Text, and Right. The text we would like separated, again, is in C2, and the number of characters that we would like separated is 4, because that's the year. We click OK. We can now drag this across our entire population, and Excel separates out the data into 3 columns. The concatenate function can combine the data and place it in another column utilizing the format that we would like. In this example, we want the date to be month, day, then year. So the mid column, the left column, and then the right column. We also want the text to be separated by a backslash, as the date is separated in column H. In the ribbon, on the Formulas tab, we click Text and Concatenate. We tell Excel what text we would like combined, so that in the mid column, separated by a backslash, the data in the left column, also separated by a backslash, and lastly, the data in the right column. Then we click OK. We can see that Excel has successfully combined our date in the format that we would like. We can drag this across our entire population. Excel has placed the date in the format we prefer, month, day, and year, separated by a backslash. What if we wanted to delete the original columns which have the left, right, and mid data in them, so that the only thing displayed on our workbook is the data that we want, so that in the concatenate column? If we merely deleted one of these columns by going right-click and delete, it would cause an error in our formula because the data in the concatenate column is drawing from the data in the left, mid, and right columns. Let's click Undo. So in order to do this, we first have to copy the data that we want. So we'd like to keep this data. We select it all, right-click, copy, right-click again and say Paste Special, and select to paste only the values, and click OK. As you can see, if we click inside these cells, under the function menu, the function has disappeared and been replaced by just the value. Therefore, the concatenate column is no longer dependent on these columns, and we can delete them. Excel also has a functionality that allows you to separate out a column into a format which you find easier to work with. We're going to be using our delimited dates here. The dates are separated by a backslash, and we would like to separate these dates into a column for the day, month, and then year. First, we need to select the cells that we want to separate. So everything in this column. On the ribbon, we then select Data, then Text to Columns, the Excel wizard appears. Excel auto-selects delimited, which is the most common and best in this instance, so we will leave it as it is. We click Next. Delimiters are the separators between text, which in this case is tab, and an other, which is a backslash, because that's how our data is separated. You can see the data preview splitting it up nicely over here once we added the backslash. We can click Next. Excel allows you to select the format of your table in this option. We don't need to change it from general, so we can leave it as it is. We then need to tell Excel where we would like our data to be placed, which is over here in columns F through H, rows 2 to 12. And we can click Finish. As you can see, Excel has successfully separated out our data.